Light or darkness, money or principles. This world is divided between those who live in the sun and those who hide in the darkness. The world is a game where the stakes are high and the rules are written by the winners. Some go fair, work hard, believe in justice, and get what they deserve. Others are not afraid to cross the line, take whatever they want, and pay for it with their freedom, nerves, and sometimes their lives. Those who live in the light. These are ordinary people. Laborers, office clerks, freelancers, small entrepreneurs. They believe that if you work hard, sooner or later fate will reward them. Their perks, a clear conscience, no need to look over your shoulder, fear of the doorbell or a sudden visit from guests and shoulder straps. Stability, sometimes. Salary, albeit small but predictable. Social package, holiday, sick leave, respect of society. No one pokes his finger, no one whispers behind his back. It's not a question of who's right. The question is, which side are you on? Life in the light is, you work hard, you try, you put in the effort, you hope for the best. Your path is predictable. You know you'll get up tomorrow morning, go to work, get paid, and move on. You are sure that if you work honestly, fate will reward you. You've got an upside, clear conscience, safety, respect from others. But there are some downsides. Money is too hard to come by, dependence on the system, limited opportunities, and life in the dark. You can get everything fast. You can make a fortune in a week. You can bend the rules and take what everyone else wants but hesitates to take. You have the upside, big money with no waiting, freedom from the system, power and influence. But there are cons and they're tougher. Constant stress, total loneliness, one mistake and you're ruined. Are you sure you're willing to pay that price? Stories that should make you think. Guns and blood. He made millions supplying weapons to places where thousands of people died. To his family, he was a successful businessman until his wife accidentally found the truth. She walked away, realizing her luxurious life was built on other people's bones. Do you really think that money gained at such a cost won't one day burn in your hands? Honesty and perseverance. He lived in a rented room with his son without a penny. He could have chosen the quick and dirty way, but he chose honesty. Years later, he became a successful entrepreneur, a man his family is proud of. He proved true happiness cannot be built on deceit. But before you take this step, you should ask yourself questions. Is there really no other way out? Most people who think they are in desperate straits have actually just not exhausted all honest options. The real trouble is when there really are no options. But often behind the desperation is a fear to act, to ask for help, or to start from scratch. How much money do you really need? Many imagine that only a huge amount will save the situation, but in reality, it often doesn't take as much as it seems. You just need a clear plan, support, or a temporary solution. People who have been through real trials, wars, serious illnesses, bankruptcies, know sometimes it's not a million that saves, but a hand extended in time. But in You Died Your Principles for the Sake of Money. But what happens afterwards? Even if it seems that once is not terrible, the consequences can ruin lives. Stolen money will not cure, but only bring new pain. Cheating to save one can ruin another. And most importantly, will you be able to look into the eyes of those for whom you did it? Real strength is not in surviving at any cost, but in preserving oneself. History knows examples of people who lost everything but did not betray their principles and eventually found a way out. Yes, there are situations where the choice seems impossible, but if there is even the slightest chance to remain honest, you should take it. Because once you step over it, you can never stop, and real happiness and freedom is only where there is no shame for one's actions. If money could be weighed, it would weigh nothing. But try to steal a suitcase with millions and you won't be able to lift it. Not because it's heavy, but because with it you're lifting a weight that will crush you. Money at all costs or living by principles? Yes, there are times when life presents you with cruel choices, but before you cross the line, ask yourself, is this really the only way out? Are you sure this price is worth it? What will be left of you if you step into the shadows? If money could be weighed, it would weigh nothing.